Welcome back, Leopards. We're excited to be back here after spring break and ready to get back at LACMAS and doing our best. Now, every break that we have that's a longer break, when we come back, we spend a week, 2, or the whole month making sure that we review and reteach all of our expectations. It will start within your classroom. Your classroom teachers have gone over what they call a classroom self-assessment, that they're going to go through and make sure, is your classroom a positive learning environment? Is it promoting social and emotional and behavioral growth for students? How are they doing with monitoring that? And then as a classroom, you will go over all of your routines and expectations for your own class space. But we are bigger than just your group and your class when we come together for a whole school. In fact, there are different areas. There's times when it's just your class. There are times when you're in a smaller group setting. There are times when you're in a grade level. There are times when we're the whole building. So it's important that as a whole building, we have common expectations so that we are all being respectful, responsible, safe, and kind, no matter where we are here at LACMAS. So teachers, you're going to go over your classroom, but also kids, we're going over the whole school wide. That means your common grade level breakout area. What are the expectations? What does it look like? What does it sound like? How does it feel when you are out in that common space that you share with your grade level? What about our bathrooms, whether it's your grade level bathroom or a common bathroom that is shared by the whole school? What are our expectations in those areas? How are we respectful, responsible, safe, and kind? You'll also go over in lines. Teachers, we are really working on PBIS wants to focus on all of our transitions, meaning those times when you go from one space to the other, which mostly we're in lines. Our lines are to be quiet, single file, and making sure that we are moving from our space to space quietly and quickly. Talk as a class. Why is it important that we are quiet whenever we are walking in lines throughout the whole building? Why is it important that we stay in a line? What side of the hallway do we walk on? Those transitions are some of our focus right now when we come back, and we'll be looking for those lines. Also, you as a class need to go over expectations for in our commons. When we have lunch, when we have an assembly, what about the courtyard? And the biggest area is our playground. Teachers, it's important to go over expectations out on the playground. Kids, you can help your teachers with this area. One of the big places that I need to remind us is on the space ball. Remember, hands are on ropes, not the outside metal frame, and we don't jump from our space ball. We climb up, we climb down, and hands stay on the ropes. Go over, what about swings? What about the slide? What about our ropes cars? And then what about recess games? The hardest piece is we have to remember recess games, everyone gets to play. They are not a sports competitive team. We do not keep score. We make sure that we encourage each other with our words will be like, great shot, like how you went at that, nice job. We are not playing team against team because we want this to be a space where everyone belongs. So when you have a conflict, how do we solve it? You remember that? Or our steps to problem solving. Classroom teachers, kids, this will be over the next few weeks, going over all of these expectations so that we as a whole community know what does it mean to be respectful, responsible, safe, and kind in all of our areas. And we're going to be spotting you. These are our individual tickets where you are noticed individually for meeting and being like a leopard. We also have, as a whole class, our big spotches. As a whole class, when you are demonstrating. And again, our focus is going to be around our transitions. So looking at those lines. That even means teachers from your classroom all the way to the recess doors, not the top of the stairs, all the way to the recess doors, because kids need monitoring so that they're making sure that they're walking all the time in the building and being like a leopard. And then new this month, we have what we call our spotlight referral. This spotlight referral, at the top, I'll read part of it, says, this note is to inform you that your child made exceptionally good choices and modeled positive behavior today at LACMAS. This is a message to your family for you, demonstrating what it means to be like a leopard and showing that you are respectful, responsible, safe, and kind, and following our character quality traits. So LACMAS leopards, welcome back. We're going to spend good time going over what it means to be like a leopard in all of our areas, starting with your classroom, but then teachers will go through every part of all of our common expectations and make sure that we're really monitoring those, and especially our transitions. LACMAS leopards, remember, we're respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. Let's make it a great week